Welcome to WCSM's General Store and in the 7DX7 studio. Yeah, you're nuts. It's okay. We're going to get you some help, though. Thanks so much for joining us. Hey, we want to thank some good old boys and good old girls. We've got a list of top fans, apparently.
Yep.
I guess Facebook generates that.
Yeah.
So if you're following us or liking us on Facebook, and the more you interact with us, then you get that top fan badge. So who we want to say hi to this week?
Yeah, we need to say hello to John Hooker. He's been a top fan for a little bit now. Robert Harper. Thank you, Robert. Ron McNeil. Leah Williams returns as a top fan. Way to go, Leah. Thank you, Leah. Mike Stinson, who's been with us.
Oh, yeah. Mike is a faithful listener. Yeah, very good.
Facebook.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So,
yep.
And we'll go with Robin Murphy. Thank you, Robin. Rob Hamros, Joe Wiley.
Oh, good too.
And Judy Eads. So thank you to our top fans.
For sure.
This week and every week.
You too can be a top fan.
That's right. Thank you for engaging our social media page. Not just Facebook, but YouTube as well.
And quickly, we want to also say that we're doing some merch giveaways, right? I mean, so look for Trivia Tuesday.
Yes. So we've had
on Facebook.
On Facebook, and we've had some really nice turnout there, if you will.
Yeah.
Trivia Tuesdays or Tuesday Trivia.
Have you been able to answer any of the questions?
No, I'm not very bright.
Yeah.
Always look at the answers.
This is really a theme. I think you said that the last show.
Well, when it's true, it just stays consistent.
So we do ask a question on Tuesdays, and it's been what's it been like? Andy Griffith trivia, 80s movies, that type of thing. So watch for those. We'll ask the question. The first person who posts it correctly gets a WCSM General Store.
And we need the judge.
And we need to clarify that.
I take screenshots of it too.
You do need to do that because what happens is, just so you know, Facebook, like if two people post kind of at the same time, your post will look first to you on your page, and their post will look first to them. Yeah. It's who shows up first on your page.
There it is.
That wins. So just so you know, because you might get it. That
or
may happen.
Curt likes that day.
Well, or whatever. And he won't tell you. But anyway, but it's whoever.
He's trying.
Whoever shows up first on your screen is who we pick.
If it's crazy close, we'll give you the
we might just give you a giveaway too. Who knows?
That's right. So, but it's fun. People love to engage in that type of game, and of course we ask some questions throughout the week, just trying to get to know our audience a little bit, a little bit better, and some of the questions have been out of this world, just off the charts with response.
Yeah.
So
it's been fun.
Yeah.
The song.
Yes. The one about the song.
That was great. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been a couple months ago, but had over 300 comments, I think, and
like 4,000 views.
Yes, like I think it almost got to 5,000 views on that. Yeah, so
that's pretty
our
cool.
reach is pretty cool. So
that's awesome.
Good stuff.
So today's March 24th.
Yes,
is that right?
That's right.
Can you believe March is almost over?
Almost in the books. Yes. I know.
Which is crazy.
I know.
But
the birds are singing. Spring's
coming.
But I also, March 24th is mine and Perry's anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
So we were married March 24th, 1990. And so it's our 33rd wedding anniversary. Been together 36, so we dated 3 years before we got married. And and I'm just so thankful, so many people bet against us.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yep. And so, for variety of reasons, but, and I'm not ashamed to talk about it. I just think that we both came from different upbringings. I was kind of the good little Christian girl, and I think a lot of people thought that. And Perry lived a little more loud, and I think that a lot of people thought that I wouldn't probably stay with him or what have you, and I did, and I don't regret it. And he's a great father and a great husband, and it's been really fun to watch him, God do some working in his life and bring him closer to Jesus, and it's been a great 33 years, and. Wow. And I'm just so happy I get to grow old with him. And
they said it wouldn't last.
And they said it wouldn't last. They said they'll never make it. budget. You know, this
Right,
Shania Twain song, that was kind of a theme song
That
at
was
one time.
yours, Yeah. Oh, cool. Now,
yeah.
you just had an anniversary.
March 2nd. We're both also March. Yep.
No,
Yeah.
so how many years?
27.
Oh, so you're just right behind us. And so how many years have you and Lori been married?
It'll be 28
In
this
August?
year. In June.
Oh, it's in June.
Yeah, June.
Okay.
Yeah.
28?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It'll be
so-
28.
and you and Marianne have been married.
It'll be 34 years in November
Very good.
on her birthday.
Isn't that
November
awesome?
11th.
We're all kind of, again, our lives have really kind of taken parallel
So
paths,
right,
it seems
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
which is so awesome.
Crazy.
Yeah, so anyway. So happy birthday to my husband. I love you, Perry Bruce.
Is it birthday or anniversary?
I mean, happy anniversary. Did I say happy birthday? Happy anniversary to my husband.
I wasn't going to say anything. if
Happy
you want to
anniversary.
celebrate
I
his
just wanted to
birthday,
make sure I understood.
you
Celebrate his birthday. Stay out of it.
I just want to make sure I understood what we were celebrating. I'm all for the celebration.
Zip it over here.
Poor Mark. He just wants a little guidance over there.
Didn't
That's all
we
he wants.
already have the discussion before the cameras turned on that I don't know where I'm at?
We did mention that.
Or who's here.
Right,
Okay,
right,
stay out of it.
right.
So, no. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. 33 years to my husband.
Which is
Very
birthday?
nice.
His birthday is July 19th. Mine is June 19th. And so I'm exactly 30 days older than him. But he's never held that against me.
Really?
Yeah, I know. It's been,
He never called you
old
anything?
woman or, no.
I wasn't going to say it.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's,
So, yeah.
he's a good dude.
He is
We
good.
like
Very
him.
good friend. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
one.
You've been
I
blessed to
did
know
get a
Perry.
good one. Got me a good one.
Yeah, you did.
So, for
You
sure.
did.
Get you a good one.
So here's what I want to do today. I bet I've been waiting for this.
Oh, no.
Buckle
We're in
up.
trouble.
I know, right? No, this is going to be fun.
Okay.
So we talk about missing Mayberry, right? And so that's kind of our hashtag that goes along. Because when we talked about creating this podcast and the content we wanted it to include was about, we kind of used that as our foundational statement, kind of like, man, we miss the way the world was, right, in the town of Mayberry, like that whole wholesome, everybody, you knew your neighbor, you helped your neighbor, you went and hung out at the barbershop, you had your Aunt B and all that stuff. Right. So, but we've not really talked about the literal Andy Griffith show. And you two are like boy fans, right? And love that show. I love it too. Yeah. I just didn't watch it for you guys. And you guys were both Indiana State Police.
It was
your training film.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it should have been. Actually,
no,
we
sure,
joke about
absolutely.
that.
No,
but
really.
when you talk about how do you
treat people,
how do you treat people?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and I can show you different scenarios that happened in that show that I could literally teach a class on at the academy on just how to.
We actually
treat people.
did use a clip from the Andy Griffith show in our academy. Did you?
Was it the
sobriety
test?
Yeah, they
yes,
did the sobriety
yes,
test.
That's correct.
It's hilarious. Yeah,
but as a joke.
Right.
Yeah, but it was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah. But it's so funny because when we were doing the radio show, we would have a lot of police officer in, especially state police, in as guests on the show, and they all loved the Andy Griffith show.
Right.
I mean, you guys, you guys all watched it a lot and grew up on it, and especially Rich Myers, like he has got the sheriff of Morgan County now because it does the best Don Knotts or Barney Five.
Yes.
He does a good one.
So good.
Yeah.
And he knows every line of every show.
He does.
He's amazing. Kurt's amazing. I think he's a little bit more.
He's really kind of my inspiration.
Yeah, he may be. But he is unbelievable, Don Knotts. Yeah, he can do that perfect.
So, did you watch Mayberry or the Andy Griffith show growing up? Or?
Yeah, in black and white.
Yeah,
right. Before it went to color.
Even the color episodes you watched in black and white too, right? Because of the TV.
Yeah. So early episodes were better. I thought, I mean, when I think the black and whites were the best. I mean, everything changes a little bit. I loved it when Opie was a younger lad, and what have you. But so, what what does Mayberry or the Andy Griffith show and the premise of the show, what does that represent for you? Yeah. Like what's missing in this world? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I want to make sure that everybody knows who's watching this is that we know that Mayberry is a fictional town.
Yes.
We get it.
But the world really did used to be like that.
Wait.
You're exactly.
What?
I'm sorry.
Huh?
Microphone off. Anyway, but so we love the show. We love how it was put together. We love how people treated each other. And yes, there are parts of the world that you know you really did go next door and borrow a cup of sugar.
Yeah.
If you needed one.
Oh my goodness! Back in the 30s, 40s, 50s. That I think that especially those decades in particular. You know, the 20s were a little wild, right? And before that, it was
Bill. How were the 20s?
I don't remember those.
I mean, if you know anything about your history, but you know, the 30s, 40s. You know, now we're moving into that more small town America. You know, wartime.
Yeah.
You know, that really was that 30s to I think the end of the 50s was really that Mayberry-esque time, I think, in America. So what does it represent for you?
To me, it's all about how to treat people.
Right.
I mean, Andy, you know, he's so.
Now, would you say Andy's your favorite character?
Without question.
Yeah. Okay.
Without
all right.
question. Yeah, he's absolutely my favorite. And as the show developed over the years, it changed just a little bit. When the show first started, Andy and Barney were kind of the same type of country hick type.
Yes.
Country bumpkins.
Yes,
bumpkins.
I agree,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
And then as the show develops, Andy took on this
Pulls ahead
of this persona,
more serious of the two.
and you
Fatherly figure.
exactly.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was a leader,
Yes,
and was able to treat people the way that they needed to be treated. And that's what I always loved about that. And you can tell. And I've watched them a countless amount of times. We got all the DVDs at one time, and then they were streaming on.
Right.
Netflix, and then they were over to another, and then they were on this network or whatever. Now
Right.
they're on another streaming service, which anytime that I just want to relax and zone out and just a little bit and just I turn one on, it goes there every time because it's safe.
Yes.
The kids can walk in and no problem.
Right.
No problem at all.
Almost impossible to
It's-
watch it without laughing.
Exactly. Exactly.
It feels
so,
good.
Almost.
but I can tell
'Cause
it's it's like it is an inspiration for me because I can tell as I've watched the same episode 70 times.
70 times 7. Good. That's good. Nice. Nice.
I think that is
Good.
literal too.
I like it.
So as I watch that, I see there's things that are happening that would to Andy that would irritate the you know what out of me. And I sit and I watch Andy and I go, he's reacting to that.
And you say, You put
That would just make me so mad. That would and I sit and I watch Andy react to it and I'm like, that's
the
how
way,
I should be
that's
reacting
the way
to it.
to react to
That's
it.
how I should be reacting to it. And he does. He's patient. He's kind. He's loving. Never leaves anybody out. Always makes people feel good.
The fruit of the spirit.
He is. He's always smiling.
Yep.
He's brings peace.
Yep.
To
Self-control.
every situation. You know, no matter how idiotic Barney is acting, he will protect him.
Right.
He protects him from himself.
From himself.
Right.
Mostly.
There's so much to learn, and one of our
and how patient is he with
subscribers-
Ernest T. Bass? You know what I mean? Like how,
Always. One of our subscribers mentioned that there's a
yes.
Sunday school
Yes.
lesson.
Yeah, there is.
Right?
yeah.
This is actually a thing that's actually taught in Sunday school or church
Yeah,
or,
they
or
use it in Sunday
small
school
groups.
lessons, I
Yeah.
believe. Uh-huh.
So, but that's what it is for me. It's just a calming piece,
Right.
and like I said, Andy is just an inspiration for how I like to treat people.
Real quick, what's your favorite episode of all time?
Oh, the canine, where Barney
Well,
brings the canine.
that-
Blue.
Yeah. Barney, I don't think that dog likes that.
No, he doesn't like it. Blue.
Blue.
Blue. Come on, Blue. Yeah, I love
Oh,
that.
there's
I love
so
that episode.
many.
Oh, yeah, we'd be here all day.
So many. Good.
So.
Well, we're going to be. We got
We're
another
coming back.
segment. Yeah,
We're
so
coming back.
we'll take a quick break.
We want to find your favorite one.
Oh,
You have to think about it.
okay. We'll take that. Okay, we'll be back and we'll talk more about why we miss Mayberry at the general store.
Farmers Insurance agent Christine Flynn put her experience to work for you. Christine Flynn proudly serves Monroe, Lawrence, and Greene County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Christine Flynn at 812-822-2905 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Christine Flynn at 812-822-2905. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Technology has become more complicated and is becoming more cost prohibitive to hire the in-house talent that you need to keep your business secure and running smoothly. The AME Group can help. Outsourcing the management of your business technology gives you access to a broad range of technical expertise for less than hiring directly. AME offers managed IT services including proactive monitoring, preventative maintenance, software management, device management, and 24/7 network support to keep your technology consistent and reliable. The AME Group has been servicing the local area for over 35 years. Give Orion a call at 812-320-0389 for a free on-site assessment for your business today.
Well, welcome back. We've had a lot of still kicking around the Mayberry episodes. You two are a wealth of knowledge. You've watched all of them many, many times. I grew up watching it and, of course, watched some reruns over the years, as I got older and stuff. I don't know how many episodes the boys have seen. I think Griffin watched it a little bit when he was younger, would kind of go to it as, and binge watch a little bit. But I don't know that I can pinpoint a favorite of mine. There were so many great ones. I love the episode with Goober and Gomer Goober and the
that was the only one they did together. That was the only one
time they appeared together.
Yeah,
that's right.
And you don't even notice that.
No,
you
think
they're.
Do you think they're on their? I was the same way. When you first read that trivia, you're like,
really?
Yes,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, that one was so funny when they do the Judy.
Because Gomer went to play.
Yeah.
Gomer Pyle USMC.
Sure, right.
Series,
and then Goober took that.
Goober came in.
Role basically in the show of that type of character.
Goober Beasley, I think was his name on the show.
And they were cousins. Is that right?
They were cousins. Yes.
Gomer and Goober.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So I love that episode was hysterical to me. Yeah. And wasn't there one about a Penny and Opie? Did he find a penny, or I can't remember, or maybe he found
$50 in a wallet.
Maybe that's what it was.
Right.
And his dad make him take it back or something? I can't remember exactly. I just remember it being. I remember watching it.
Another great
a great lesson. Yes.
Another great lesson. Yeah. Opie finds the wallet. It's got $50 in it, and he doesn't know what to do with it. So he goes to his dad, and they talk about it, and they say, what we're going to do is we're going to put it in a box for a week, and if the rightful owner doesn't come forward after a week, then it will be yours. Mm-hmm. And the rightful owner didn't come back for a week. Opie gets the money, and they talk about, well, let's set some aside for savings. It was another great lesson.
Yes.
And spend X amount. I think he could spend $10 on it, right? And
which back then, man, a lot. Yeah.
Huge, yeah. So as soon as he does that, he goes off and spends it. The owner comes back and claims the wallet.
Right.
And it goes into another learning a lesson that was fantastic. So that's a great one.
Yeah, I just remembered there was something about him finding some money, but I remember that one kind of sticking with me a little bit. Yeah. Bill, do you have a favorite? Or
I'd like Gomer and when he was doing the citizen's arrest on.
Oh yes,
that was
citizen's arrest.
Yes, of course Barney retired or turned his badge in. I think, and
that's right.
I remember right.
Yeah.
And Andy talked him back in his stand.
He did.
That's
and
good.
Barney badmouthed him.
Oh yes,
through the whole show.
Yeah.
Really. And again, I go back to things that would really irritate me. Andy's very patient and an example. He protected him again.
Oh, yeah.
Just so many great characters, too, on that show. You think about, just the core group. Yeah, I loved Opie, and I loved the, as I said earlier, I loved the episodes with the younger, when Opie was younger. Right. Not just Andy and Barney, the big ones, but just Floyd and Otis and Ernest T. Bass and Charlene and
Thelma Lou,
Helen. And Helen, Miss Crump. And Aunt B.
And then you have the guests like the Dillards that come on.
Sure.
Which was, they were great. Yeah, the Darlings on the show, but it was actually a bluegrass band. They were actually
Ernest
the Dillards.
T. Bass. Unbelievable.
Man, what a
he
great
actually wrote.
character.
He was a producer of the show.
He wrote a lot of the
shows. He
shows.
was a producer.
Really?
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. It's amazing. It is amazing.
Yeah.
How he pulled that off.
Yeah.
Because he, clearly.
There's another episode, the Leonard Blush episode. We've talked about
great.
this before.
Awesome.
He is the voice not only of the radio DJ when they're listening, when Barney and Andy are listening. He's the voice, he's the DJ, but he's also Leonard Blush when Leonard.
Leonard Blush. Who wants to listen to Leonard Blush?
So he's a very, very talented individual, and goes from character to character and can do that. He pulled that off.
Yeah.
So it's. I saw him give several interviews about
Over the years?
things, and he mentioned about Aunt B kind of being difficult.
Really? Like in real life, the actress who portrayed her was like
She
not
didn't get
necessarily a
along with hardly
nice.
anyone on the show.
Correct.
Oh, that's
Correct.
too
Yeah.
bad. I hate to hear that.
Yeah. So we won't talk about that.
No.
No, that's not. Wow, that's too bad.
Yeah.
But I've heard the same thing about Andy Griffith, like the actor, that he wasn't that nice and.
So there's an episode.
Oh,
Get me going here. There's an episode where he comes in and he's just arrested 4 bootleggers that had the still. And it's right at the beginning. He comes back, he brings them in, he's bringing them into the jail, and he's got his hand wrapped.
Yes.
You remember this?
Yes.
And they play it off that he struggled with making the
but
arrest.
something actually happened off camera.
Yeah.
He actually put his hand through a wall. He got so mad at something that went on.
That's
and
true.
that's been documented. Of course, we weren't there.
Exactly.
We don't know.
Right.
He can't defend himself, now.
Is
but
that the 4 that Barney gives kits to?
yes, Mr. Potato Head.
They figured out how to make a model key, and they got right out of the jail. They're going.
Right. So many little stories.
Well, you know what's
around.
really weird? Kind of a sidebar to this. So Andy Griffith, the actor, after he was already, Andy Taylor, the sheriff, or after or during that time, I don't know if you've ever seen him in any of the movies, like the primetime made-for-TV movies. Sinister.
I don't like to watch those movies.
I don't either.
No.
Is it not unsettling to you?
It's
like
very
unsettled
unsettling,
in my spirit. He was really good at that.
Yes, I know. He played a crooked
Johnny
judge.
Cash, he I think he was a bad sheriff. I
Well,
think.
that was another one. Exactly. But he also played a crooked judge in another movie. But the one you're thinking about is with Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
And I think Johnny Cash played a sheriff in the next county over.
Yeah.
Andy was a corrupt sheriff.
And Johnny was
Something
not,
stumbled into
Yes.
into Johnny Cash's bailiwick, and that's how that happened. But those are awful.
You know,
Do not watch those shows,
that's
folks.
really interesting. I've never said that out loud to anyone, especially not you guys. I find it interesting that you feel the same way.
Oh,
So it wasn't
it bothers
just me.
me.
Yeah, me too.
It bothers me. Yeah, it does.
That's really bizarre. Yeah, he was really good at it. It seemed
He
like
was a
he
good
was.
actor.
He
Well,
was.
He was good in Matlock.
Yeah.
He was good in Matlock.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the video with Brad Paisley.
Yes, Waiting on a Woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's a great video. He did so well in that. So.
Yeah. So who's your favorite Mayberry
My
character?
favorite episode is with the 3 female convicts that escape, and they capture Barney and Floyd. And Floyd sat on the couch just eating a banana, having the best time of his life. The music's playing. He goes, "Come on, Al, dance a little."
So one of the convicts.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Or
Barney
calling-
reminded one of the convicts of Al,
Yeah,
her
of a guy
former
named-
boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
That did her wrong.
Yeah. He's
Oh.
like, come on now.
Now they're mad at Barney, but calling him out.
But he sat there having the grandest
Oh, yeah.
time with that.
Yeah.
But the gold truck is awesome.
Oh,
where a
that is
decoy,
classic.
Shazam.
So who's your favorite
My
Mayberry
favorite character?
character?
I don't know. I liked Ernest T. Bass a lot. He
Yeah.
cracked me up. He made me laugh a lot.
Yeah.
I ain't talking. The more you ask, the more I'm balking.
Oh my word!
Now, I would ask you then, if you went to Mayberry, who would you hang out with? Which character would you hang out with?
Not knowing their personality in real life.
No, I mean if it fictional.
If it was
fictional.
really okay.
Yeah, fictional character.
You all are going to be mad at me. Not Barney Fife. I think he would drive me crazy. I
Oh,
think.
yeah, me too.
Yeah. Okay.
That's awesome.
So, but I would probably hang out with Aunt B. She seemed so sweet, and was a good cook, and really would be the that nurturing the woman in their lives that I'd like to be for my family. I think so. I think probably Aunt B.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you hang out with?
Oh, Andy.
Andy, for sure. Who would you hang out with? Ernest T, you'd get in trouble a lot, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd probably be in trouble.
So
I'd
Bill,
probably be with Otis a lot.
That's what I was going
right.
to say.
Sharing his cell.
Otis is where I'd
We'll
at
be
least for a
sharing a
while.
cell.
Yeah.
and then another great character. He just let himself in.
Oh, he
and-
did.
Yep.
I mean, and Andy trusted him, and
Right.
that's
And he
so
was the
funny.
only one married on that show.
He was the alcoholic.
And what does that say? He was the alcoholic. That is
Anyway.
hysterical.
I shouldn't have said that.
No,
But you're
that's so
right,
funny.
though. I mean, none of them were.
But you know what?
married,
You don't really think about that.
No,
but
you
no,
don't.
none of them were married.
except for Otis.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Right. I don't think we ever saw Floyd's wife, but he did speak of her. One,
I don't know. He had a date with that
You're
one
right.
rich lady that came.
he did. He sent
So
off
I
a
don't
letter
know that he was married.
That is so funny that
I
none
have
of
to- I
them
have to
were
look into
married.
that. I have to look into that.
So who's your favorite character
I
then?
like Otis. He was
Yeah.
always a lot
Oh,
of
he's
fun.
hilarious.
And Gomer, you gotta love Gomer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No. Did you do the spinoff? Gomer Pyle, USMC.
I enjoyed that show.
I
Yeah,
did.
Sergeant
I did.
Carter.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
was
Yeah.
we
I
watched
enjoyed
that
that.
one quite a bit. Like that one. So do you have a favorite episode
Of
of Andy of the Andy Griffith Show?
Oh, the one where Gomer was doing the citizens
Jude.
arrest.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Citizens Arrest. That's right.
Yeah.
Citizens Arrest,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, there's so many. It's so hard to keep them
There
straight.
is. There were 249.
One of
I believe.
Curt and
How
I's
many? 249.
249.
One of Curt and I's favorite episode is where he gets on the radio. Andy does, and 10-4s him for. He goes, "Boy, it feels good to get that in. I done 10-4'd you."
He's talking to the
Yes.
state police.
Yes,
And they've cut him off several times earlier in the show and by a 10-4.
Yeah.
And cut him off and he finally gets in a 10-4 first and he said, "Boy, it feels pretty good to get that 10-4 in."
first. I done 10-4'd you. You can't talk anymore.
So where are they streaming now? Do you know?
Yeah, Paramount Plus. Yeah, I know. I didn't know at first, but exactly.
Oh, I'll have to go. Which is so funny because Perry just asked me there was a charge on our account. He was like, from Apple.com. He's like, it's like $49.99. He's like, what is this for? It's on your card, and I'm like, I don't ever go to Apple.com. I have no idea what it is. Well, when I went in my phone you can go into your settings and into your cloud and look at your subscriptions or your purchases. It was Paramount Plus.
Okay.
Well, so now I was told him, I said, well, maybe we just cancel it. We can't cancel
Not
it now
now.
because the
Not
Andy
now.
Griffith Show. Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
really
it's
awesome. I'll check
all
that
8
out.
seasons right there.
8
So,
seasons.
It's
Yeah.
How
still
many
on
were
TV
black and
now,
white?
so
Do you know
I think half and
seasons?
half. The first
what-
the first 4 were black and white. The last 4 were color. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so my
And-
favorite character, it had to be Opie, though. I mean, now that I think about
Yeah.
it. Little
Oh,
Opie.
sweet,
Was he not
innocent.
the cutest little
Yeah.
boy?
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
The way he talked
his
and-
brother's on there too with the peanut butter and jelly. That's his brother.
That's right.
Yeah.
I brought him along for many.
And then Ron Howard, of course, grew up to be
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
best producers.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well, he went to Happy Days after.
Yeah.
It was very good in Happy Days.
yeah, so good.
Oh.
What's coming back to
I
you?
have so many. When the shoplifter.
Oh yeah.
When Barney poses as a mannequin.
Oh,
And you mentioned
The boy, he
Leon.
brings-
Leon.
He
It's-
tries to
it's-
get him to eat that sandwich.
He puts that sandwich up, and Barney's trying to be a mannequin, right? So he said, "Scram, Leon, scram! I'm working the case. I'm working a case. Just kills me.
Now, were you a Don Knotts fan like other movies?
No, but not at all. I love Don Knotts, and I loved him here. And well, maybe Three's Company, he was hilarious.
Oh,
in that.
yeah.
But his movies, and a story about that too. Don Knotts gave this interview and said when they first started the show, they had talked. Him and Andy had talked about, well, how long are we going to do this? And Andy had told him it probably go about 3 or 4 years. Like other shows were at that time. Well, that's when Don Knotts started looking for another job and started getting movie offers, and that's why he left. That's why he left, because he thought they weren't going to go past 4 years, 5 years, whatever it was. So he was looking out for him financially, to make sure that he had a job. And I just think, man, if that conversation hadn't have happened and we'd have had Don Knotts, because
For all 8.
clearly Don Knotts made the show.
Oh, yeah, that character.
I got to put that out
sure.
there. I mean, Don Knotts made that show. Everything that he did, the way that they interacted, the way they played off of each other.
Well, did they meet on No Time for Sergeants?
That's correct.
Andy and Don Knotts.
That was a movie before the show
which is
came
a great
out.
movie. Very funny. And Don really didn't have a big part in that. He's just a smaller part. And then he went on to do some other good movies though, with several of the Mayberry characters that were in it. Like Otis the Drunk was in, where he does a haunted house.
He's done voiceovers for Disney movies.
The
Jungle
He
movie.
did the Apple Dumpling Game with Tim Conway.
What was the big one he did about the fish? About
Limpet, Mr. Limpet.
Yes.
Mr. Limpet, yeah.
Incredible Mr. Limpet.
Yeah, the Incredible Mr.
So then he did we went to the moon by accident or something. He was an astronaut. He was a janitor.
Yeah.
And ends up in the moon. Yeah.
Wow, that's so incredible. Just some great memories. So we encourage you, man. Paramount Plus streaming.
Yeah.
They're on TV Land still.
And TV Land
Also
with your
on
kids.
Pluto. There's are you familiar with Pluto? It's a free streaming service. Now you watch commercials.
Yeah, sure.
It would be commercials, but Andy Griffith has their own channel.
Yeah, they have their own channel.
All Andy 24/7 with commercials. That's the only drawback.
Right.
So, but it's free. It's free.
That's
so before they
awesome.
came to Paramount Plus,
they have several shows like the Addams Family, Carol Burnett, Johnny Carson,
Brady Bunch, I think, Family Ties.
Oh,
is
those
on
are
there.
the good ones there.
Yeah.
The Brady Bunch.
Yeah, check out Pluto. Yeah,
okay,
Pluto.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, please. Yeah,
that's
it's good
awesome.
stuff.
So those are all great shows. That's why we miss Mayberry.
Right.
It's one of those shows that you can also sit down with your family, with your kids. So many times today, parents are so busy and they set their kids down in front of a device.
Yeah.
That's something you can safely set your kid down in front of.
Absolutely.
And they might even learn a thing or two. That's good for them.
The show still holds up today.
For sure.
I mean,
I think it
60
reminds
years.
us. I think it reminds us of a time when things were just more simple and less stressful.
For sure.
Certainly.
Less busy.
Even
and
though
the
there was
world was a little
Things
slower.
happening.
And
Yeah.
No question. Miss
and
it.
you loved your neighbor. So,
You did.
we talked a little bit about the fruit of the Spirit, which Sheriff Taylor obviously, portrayed. So, love that. Great, good stuff. I knew you guys would have a wealth of knowledge of Mayberry, and we do miss Mayberry. So, if it's the Lord's will, we will see you again next time right here at the General Store. Thanks for joining us.